So obviously, you're up for a big opportunity coming up for you here. You get to fight in your home country, your hometown, Rio de Janeiro, for the first time since 2013, before you were even in the UFC. What was your level of fame like the last time you fought there versus how well known you are now?
Uh, you know, I'm super humble guy. I try to keeping my feet on the ground. That's how I come for the belt. Be humble, be nice with everyone. I'm super open to people's helping me because I think that's why my life need to be. Helping and receive the help of the people. I never ask for help, but this happened in my life. A lot of times I need some help and people come to me and help me. That's what I try to say, especially because my last fight in Brazil for the Shoto title, Shoto Brazil title, and I win the belt. I remember I broke my hand in that fight, and when I back to my house, I see the broken. I try to go to the hospital, and they're like a public hospital in Brazil, super crazy. And I say, no, I can't go. Let's go home. Let's sleep, and then I take care about my hands tomorrow. And then I make a surgery in my hand, but that's okay. But now I back like a king. My name in the whole neighborhood. You have my friends send pictures for me all the time with the banners and with my name. I'm super happy. I work a lot, but I never can dream with that. Scott, I never dreamed with the belt. I started to dream with this belt like 2 years ago after come to America Top Team and realize how good I am. But people say to me this when I'm young, when I'm very kid. People say, "Hey, you're so good. You can go to UFC. You can get the title." But I never realized that. But because first I need to work so hard for that moment. And then I come to HT. My game plan change. I Before ATT, I'm not athlete, I'm just fighter, and now I can feel I'm athlete, super athlete. I live for that purpose. I live to doing my best every day, and that's what I try to do, And I like to say I try to impress my wife, That's why I come be a UFC champ because I try to be the best man, and that's what's happening. When you work so hard for something, when you put all your energy for that, these things gonna happen. Doesn't matter the time. If you believe, if you put 100% your heart, your energy, and everything for that moment, and you have people your side want to realize with you, that's what the belt coming for me. And now I don't stop to training. I don't stop like to focus in myself, in things. In my family, my coach, people's like I'm just one man represent everyone, and I'm super happy for be the guy, have all the fun, I go to octagonal and I appreciate it, everyone. It's gonna be magic. You go to the arena, fight for my public. I love fight with the people. I fight for in the COVID times, that's terrible for me. I hate that moment.
Mhm.
But right now, go to arena, all Brazilians, and this is very special for me, Scott, because I don't fight for UFC in Brazil. I need that connection. I need that connection, and I think the perfect time. I take the belt. I'm defend one time, and now go to Brazil to get my crowd. To get my people, and to take this belt and show to everyone.
And Alexandre, I mean, you must feel pretty blessed that the UFC selected you to be the headliner of this card in Brazil. I mean, this is one that even Alex Pereira, he obviously got the chance to headline it at UFC 300, which was a big opportunity, but it seemed like he would have been happy to do both if he could have, right? This is a coveted spot for Brazilians, so you must feel pretty honored that your fight, you in particular, was selected to headline here, right?
100%, Scott. I can imagine that. I try to be a good guy for UFC all the time. I never say no for fights. I'm fighting all across the world. I go to South Korea. I go to Glasgow. I fight in Chile, Argentina, Canada, Abu Dhabi. I fight everywhere and never fight in Brazil. and never say no for one fight. Fight with everyone in my division, and I really respect and appreciate UFC doing that for me. I can't like I this is like I can you can read the book with that. If you want to make a movie, you can pass everything in 1 or 2 hours. You need to read the book because what is happening in my life right now is crazy, you know. And but you have like I have a bigger responsibility right now, you know. Everybody know how emotional Brazilian people are. Like he support you 100%, but he want a victory, you know. Brazilians don't like to second place, you know, and I understand how because these like fight people, you know, people's fight every day in Brazil, you know, people's wake up like a early 5 a.m., work for 12 hours and take that full bus to back to their home, you know. He want a celebration in the weekends, you know, and I want to make everyone happy.
And it's going to be it's probably going to be just unreal for you when you're in that cage, when you are stepping in against Steve Erceg here. And obviously they might be cheering for you, but also the Brazilian fans, they're going to be singing out "Vai Morrer,"
Yeah.
and you get to fight knowing that that's at your back. I mean, that's got to be an amazing feeling, right?
Oh yeah, you're right, 100%. The pressure is in my back right now, but Scott, I think I wanna be super happy in that moment. I go enjoy everything, bro. Uh, I learned something with Ayrton Senna. He say Ayrton Senna is a former Formula One driver in Brazil. He's a everybody know about Ayrton Senna. He's a legend. And he say is nobody like it's not my like I'm gonna say in Portuguese like it's like eu não tenho obrigação de vencer like nobody have like an obligation to win, something like that, to be a champion. You go, I go there, I go to that arena and the 4 May, super happy with everything happening in my life, and I go to 100% to be a champ. I'm gonna put every single energy in my body in that moment to be a champ. But that God decisions, you never know. And I know that it's not in my. Of course, I have something in my hands. It's a 50-50%, but I can say 100%. That's God decision. I respect. I work very hard for that moment. I go. I want to be super ready for a win. I make deserve for the victory. I'm gonna make deserve that victory. You can know that.
Sure, sure, absolutely. And obviously you're in a weird situation here, an uncommon situation, I would say. You're a defending champion, preparing for an opponent who, I mean, more or less, nobody knew who this guy was 12 months ago. Comes into
Danger, yeah.
UFC, he's 3-0, he's looking pretty good out there. I mean, but what does kind of the fact that we haven't seen much of Steve Erceg, what does that do? What unique challenge does that present you as a fighter?
Yeah, he make 3 fights in UFC, but 3 good fighters. He take a good fight with Devarok, with a tough guy, tough opponent. Então that's why I respect this guy because he fight with very good guys. He fight with Alexandre Costa. He's a tough opponent too, and then knock him out Machinel. You know, he make a good statements. That's why UFC think he interesting giving his chance for him. And especially in my division, flyweight, everybody's good in that division. You can't say no that because like couple years ago, people's thinking in the my division, and then every flyweight in the world works so hard for show everybody's wrong, and you see a lot of bonus come to the flyweight fights. People watch more the division fights, and now you have a lot of headlines. You have a lot of main events with flyweight division. You have Breno Moreno with Rival in the Mexico City. Now you have Mateus Nicolau with Alex Paris, and now and also you have good fights. And now we will go to Brazil. Pantoja and Erceg, very tough opponent, very strong guy. He tall for that division. He have good right hands. good boxing, good wrestling stance. You know, I train a lot for that guy. You know, I'm ready to fight with the giants. You know, and that's why I'm fight for UFC.
Sure, sure. But again, I mean, it was still kind of a surprise challenger to be brought about here. Obviously, you're saying he's qualified, and realistically, like you mentioned, a couple of those guys, Moreno and Royval, you're 2-0 against them. They're the top two contenders. It's not like they're going to be in there again with you. But I
This
think there
guy
were a
is
lot of people.
lucky. He have a lucky. He have a lucky. You know, you say right now. I beat the first two guys. The Almir Albazi having injury. Kai Kara Fence lost, and you know Manel Cap lose the weight.
I think
This
what
happened for
people were
him.
wondering about was Muhammad Mukayev.
Me too. I think he's gonna be a next, but people think he not deserve after the fight for with Alex Perez, and Alex Perez is very tough opponent. People don't understand that. You know, he gonna make a good fight with Martin Nicolas this weekend, and but 100% Mokaev can fight for the title. He very young, and he tried to fight for the title like a young guy to fight for the title and try to be the youngest UFC champ. But things not happen like you want, you know. That's God's decisions, you know. You can like I say, I don't like to dream. I like to live, you know.
Interesting, interesting. And realistically, you've been in this. I mean, you're 34 years old. You're not that old still, but you're almost at your 17-year anniversary of your first professional fight. You've been fighting half of your life, Alexandre. You earlier in your career, you fought the number one guy in the world, Jussier Formiga, even before the UFC had 125 pounds. You've seen it all. You've seen this division grow. You've seen it, like you said, where it almost went away, and now it's
That's
thriving. What
interesting
does it mean
thing.
to you to kind of see this thing thriving now?
And then you know, I fight with the Damasio Page before too. A lot of respect for him. And I go to the Ultimate Fire, fight to Moreno, Kai Kara France. That's very special for me, man. You know, very long journey, and that's so cool because I'm very popular in the fighters talking. You know, I'm popular for fighters. Maybe a lot of fans don't know about me, but the fighters know who is Alexandre Pantoja. You know, I have a lot of respect uh, for these guys, and that's what I want. You know, that's what I want. Be a respectful the fighters I respect. You know, I go to America Top Team, see Thiago Pitbull, Gleison Timbal, you know, just Junior Cigano, Amanda Nunes. This is so nice for me, you know, all legends. And I grow up watch these guys, you know. And in my beginning, I trained with Jose Aldo in União, Renan Barão. And the prime time, you know, I so special see these guys. I learn a lot with Jose Aldo, you know, all my aggressive. You know, I have contact with former WEC champion Will Ribeiro. He's from Rio de Janeiro, and he had an accident and stopped the fight. But I learn a lot with this guy too. A lot of aggressive. I try to be everyone construct my style. You know, my fight style. And I feel I'm old school, but I'm still young. You know, I'm still fresh. I'm still can fight. You know, and that's so cool for me. Show all the fighters, everybody can be a champ. You know, because I'm here right now. You know, I work so hard. A lot of moments in my life, I need to make it work and still training. And like a lot of people help me to that moment. And if I can do that, everyone can do.
Clearly, you're a very gracious guy. You're very willing to give credit to other people. I can see that you're very humble. But
Thanks,
but
man.
even nonetheless, you are a champion. We've seen a lot of champions who are kind of pushing to get that second belt. We haven't heard you make any big statements of like, oh, I really want to go for that bantamweight title. I want to go up in weight. Is that of interest to you, or are you very focused on your weight class, 125?
That's crazy, Scott, because right now the champion for the bantamweight is Sean O'Malley, you know, and I have some history with him, you know. Before I start talking about O'Malley, he talked first about me, you know, and I don't understand how he start talking because I'm sparring with him like a 6 year ago for my first UFC fight, and he say some bad things about that, you know, And that's crazy because he recorded the sparring, and at the end of the training, I say, hey, send to me to the video, and then I can then see your training and everything. And then he never passed the training for me. And I asked Cejudo, hey Cejudo, can you talk with your friend for him send them the video? And Cejudo say to me, hey, he not gonna send to you, bro. You smash him. He not gonna send to you. I say, okay, that's okay. Doesn't matter. And then he's talking about this, but I never think about
What
go
did
to
he say,
up the.
Alexandre? What did he say about
He
it?
say he beat me. He say he beat me. Like he say something like I'm not in UFC right now, and I beat a guy go to UFC, something like that. They're weird, because the first thing I see him, he's a nice guy, very talented, very humble kid, very shy. And now you see the O'Malley, like all the stuff he do it, different style. He can do that. That's okay. He make his money. He's happy. I make my own money too. I'm happy. I'm happy like I am right now. I have kids. I have a family to protect, and that's my style. And I'm going straight in my life. But I never think about go to the up to the bantamweight, because no makes sense for me. I have a huge opponents for fighting flyweight. But the only thing I can imagine is to go to the bantamweight and fight with O'Malley because he say something bad. And what is nice because 6 years ago I make my debut in UFC. He's not in UFC, and right now I'm a flyweight champion. He's a bantamweight champion. That's good history. But like I say, I have a huge line to fight in the flyweight.
And are you still able to make the weight easily enough at 125? Is it getting tougher now that you're getting a little older? Or?
Nah, I'm good. This is my division. I'm super happy with the UFC. Keep that division. You have very good fighters in that division. You have very good challenger. I want to fight with Almir Albazi. I want to fight with Mokaev. I want to fight with all these guys. That's a good opportunity for me. Fight with the best guys in all the world. Now I fight with the Australian guy. And then you have Mokaev from Russia. Have something from United Kingdom. That's very special. I fight with a Mexican, fight with the American. That's so cool. I live in the movie, like a Van Damme movie, and that's what I love.